I made a mistake. I just purchased this crash damaged 2010 Audi S6 with the Lamborghini engine. Well, there's nothing I can do at the moment besides fix it up. But it's a Lamborghini derived engine where Lamborghini changed a couple of things on the Audi engine and made it their own. But technically the bones and the structure are Lamborghini, which this could be expensive to start building. In all seriousness, this is why they wrote off the vehicle. It's got a front end damage and the hood is all bent, as most of the body panels on this Audi are aluminum and they bend very easy. It's not exactly worth fixing, just replacing the parts. But yeah, this is all the damage. Seems like the Audi had a rear end collision, not rear end, front end collision, where it rear ended another vehicle, causing this kind of damage. But it seems pretty fixable to me. Now the reason why I said I purchased a mistake is because this isn't the vehicle I really wanted to buy. Yes, I did want to buy an Audi S6 with very less lower miles, but the prices of some of these Audis are going up and up and up. So I was busy looking on the auction website and I came across this one and another one which I really wanted to buy, and I got outbid on the other Audi S6 that I was looking at. Then I decided, let me bid on this car just to see what happens. Well, I bid on the car and I won the bid. Now, I did not win the initial bid, it was on reserve. So I won this auction as sold on approval, where this was a third party seller. It wasn't an insurance company or anything like that. It was a standalone private seller that was selling the vehicle, and he did not grant me the sale of this vehicle. Well, I saw the vehicle come up on auction a couple of days later, and I was like, big deal. It's not really the car I wanted, so I'm not going to bid. And lo and behold, I get an email probably 5 days later saying the seller has released the vehicle to me. And on Copar's website, they stipulate that if you do not buy the vehicle or pay for the vehicle, you get charged the fee. Well, the other vehicles I was looking at already sold for much higher prices. So I was like, this is a bit of a gamble. I'm up for the challenge, why not? So I paid for the vehicle and here it is. Now the transport driver that dropped off the vehicle actually parked the Audi into the garage. It's been sitting for a couple of months and the seller disclosed that it was running and driving. It looks in good condition. I mean, besides the front end damage and the hood, the vehicle does look like it's been driving, but it's been sitting for a minute, so I want to check all the fluids before starting it up, because I've got to get it on my hoist and start working on it. First thing I'm checking is oil. Wow, got good amount of oil. Next I'm going to check the coolant. This is a big engine in a small vehicle. But this V10 engine, I believe, pushes out about 450 horsepower. I need to check that up, but I think that's how much it pushes. Oh, here's the engine coolant. She's got coolant. She's got engine oil. She's got engine coolant. Now I need to see how much fuel she has, so I can get her started up. Battery's dead. Managed to pull the battery out of the Audi. It's one of these ones. I don't know if this is an original battery. It says Audi on it, Germany, made in Czech Republic. It's a die-hard. Comment down below, is this the original battery out of the Audi? It's dead. I'm gonna go get a replacement. But is this the original battery from the Audi? From 2010? Got the new battery all installed. Now I get to put the spare tire in and start this baby up. Whoa, over half a tank of fuel. I know the ignition's on. Now let's start her up and see if she starts. Does she have an aftermarket exhaust system? She sounded really loud. Service due. Higher pressure malfunction. High pressure system up. Turn engine off. Check coolant level. Check engine coolant level. Okay, I just added more coolant to the engine. It seemed like there were a couple of bubbles in there, and then the level went down. So I've put more fluid in there, coolant. Let's see. Guys, this engine sounds good. I don't know what's going on with the exhaust system. Service due, okay. Okay, that's what I said before. Guys, take a look at this interior. Whoa. This is a nice place to be in. I want the temperature to come up to make sure everything is good before I take it for a little drive, which you guys are going to join me for this first little drive, that is for sure. Okay, I just had the warning come on for the coolant temperature. I did add more coolant in there. So do I have a faulty sensor? I'm not sure, but the temperature is not even climbing up yet. The engine sounds like it's calmed down a little bit. Okay, here we go. Our first problem. I've got leaking there and there. Ooh, okay. Let me get on the hoist and we'll go from there. First thing I'm going to be doing is removing the bonnet from this Audi. That will also allow me to get more light in the engine bay, so when I'm busy working on her, I'll be able to see things a little bit better. Now the Audi bonnet is actually made of aluminum, which is a very thin, flimsy material. It's very light and can dent and damage very, very easily. Which is a bit of a pity, to be honest, because this hood looks really, really good, although it's creased. But nonetheless, I've reordered an aftermarket one from overseas. Now with the damaged bonnet out of the way, we can start working on the front end. Now with the Audi hoisted up in the air, I'm going to take off this belly pan cover and do an inspection, because I'm losing a lot of fluid and it's coming out of the radiator area. I hope it's something simple, but this is an Audi, so I couldn't tell you. I've never owned an Audi, so let's see what's going on. First glimpse, this Audi is rough, I'm not gonna lie. What I forgot to tell you guys is that it's got 138,000 miles on the Audi. The Audi was purchased in Canada, which has a lot of snow, and with snow comes a lot of salt. And with salt, it corrodes a lot of bolts, rusting out, makes them horrible to work on. I don't like purchasing vehicles in snow belts kind of thing, but as I said, this was kind of a mistake, but I'm planning to make it a positive. So let's get this belly pan off and see how it looks underneath. Okay, the Audi uses screws not nuts or bolts or anything like that. Whoa, barely on there. Quite a bit of oil around the area. The Audi is taking a piss. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I am in for a surprise. So it's not releasing. I should have worn goggles. Look at the condition of that belly pan. This is, I don't even want to touch it. Boy, this Audi was neglected. Oh yeah, look how much fluid is all over. This is oil and water, or antifreeze. Yeah, she was neglected. I mean, we even got vegetation in here. Look how much oil. This is old oil. I know these engines are well known for leaking, especially engine oil. But boy, oh boy, I didn't realize she was in this bad of a condition. Oh, this is, ooh, yo. Okay, possibly got my work cut out for me. More vegetation. This vehicle has been sitting for a month. Are you kidding me? What? Is this duct tape? Is this... Oh, ouch. What happened there? This is Flex Seal. Oh, ouch. Something got rubbed over there. This fender liner is gone. Woo-hoo-hoo. But this is what I'm talking about with the being in a snow belt kind of thing. So if you saw the Mercedes, that was also in a snow belt but had under 40,000 miles. The nuts and bolts were perfect. These ones are nice and rusted. Nice and rusty. That's why I don't like purchasing vehicles under the snow belt. Because the salt, when they put salt on the roads to melt the snow and ice, it makes the nuts and bolts corroded, like all hell. Oh yeah, I want to see why the exhaust sounded so loud. Okay, that's Audi. Is there supposed to be something over here? Like an exhaust? Or, excuse me, like a muffler? That looks like it's been cut and welded, huh? That doesn't look stock. So this piece here, this muffler, has been removed. Look how much corrosion is on these parts. Hopefully I don't... Ooh, more rusty nuts and bolts. Suspension is... Control arms is rusty. Hopefully I don't have to mess with that. Exhaust system is rusty. This is what salt can do to metal pieces. Wait a minute. That's not stock. Did someone remove the catalytic converters and then just weld a pipe on there? It looks like it, huh? I mean, that's not factory. That's spray paint. So, also on top of the drive shaft, they also spray painted that part. I bet you kids must have had this car. Okay, so we know we got some work to do underneath the vehicle. Now what I'm going to do is remove the front bumper so I can get to the radiator and other parts that I need to access. Poor girl. Let's get you all fixed up. Before getting started working on my Audi, I want to just read the codes with my special computer. That's something like teenagers would do, or somebody young. Anyway, let's read the codes and see what kind of codes I have on my Audi. Good thing is that I don't have any check engine warning lights on the Audi. 138,000 miles. Wow. Oh, I lied. Okay, this is the check engine warning light. I was looking over here somewhere. Okay, so we do have codes we got to look at. Let's see what kind of codes we got. Hopefully not too many. Oh, it doesn't stop. 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, we only got 9 volts? I lied. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Oh, we've only got 28 codes. Only 28 codes. I thought it was going to be more. What I'm going to do is erase these all real quickly. I'm sure most of these are probably because I had a dead battery, but only one way to find out. Clear the codes. Check engine light went off. Yep, I've got to check that out now. But no engine faults. No engine light. When I'm removing the wheel fender lining to remove the front bumper, I noticed more duct tape. And this on the passenger side. Man, what? Duct tape? Maybe I should name this car duct tape. No, I'm not going to do that. What happened here now? How is there a hole here? Aye. More duct tape. More effing duct tape. What the hell? Somebody was trying to botch something up. This is a beautiful car. I'm going to repair it good as new. Hopefully this will be okay. This side came off. Oh, ouch. He's got to pull up. So, yes. Now. Ouch. Yes. Hey, there we went. Okay. There were a couple of plugs that broke when I was removing them. Hopefully I don't need them. But they were so brittle, I just touched them and they just broke. But that's one front bumper off. Go in the trash. I did purchase these nifty plug clip removers. They look like this, and you put them on a plug, a real stuff plug if you got one, or clip, and pushes down for you and put it off. It saves your fingertips so much. I almost forgot, any nut or bolt that I remove, I'm putting back in its spot, so I know that's where it's supposed to go. Now what I am concerned about is the front headlights, that they're not broken. Oh, yay. I hope they're not broken. I don't want to buy new headlights. Got the driver's side headlight out, very easy. Passenger side, this tab that holds the headlight, broken. This tab that holds the headlight, broken. Yeah. And I believe there's one at the back as well that is broken. I hope I don't need to. I hope I can replace these tabs, like get them fixed or something, reconditioned. So I don't want to buy brand new headlights. They're not cheap. Oh boy, this Audi is really looking sorry for itself. there's quite a bit of damage. It's kind of weird because outside it didn't look that bad. Once you start getting into it and looking around, yeah, it did take a bit of a knock, but thankfully the structural pieces are all perfectly fine. It's just plastic pieces like this. Headlights on both sides are damaged, and I can see why they had written the vehicle off. The headlights on this Audi S6, they no longer make. So I'm going to have to try and find pre-used or pre-owned headlights, or purchase new aftermarket, which I'm not exactly a fan of. There's a computer box for the headlights, which I believe are coded to the car, so I'm not too sure about that. Besides that, I just realized that the radiator is leaking, and the radiator is leaking somewhere. That's why I didn't take it for a quick test drive with you guys. I do apologize. As soon as I turned on the engine, you saw water's just, or antifreeze is just pouring out of the car. I got to try and find out where that's coming from. Nonetheless, I'm gonna get the whole front end all disassembled by the end of this episode. But yeah, that is why the rotor of the vehicle. The headlights aftermarket, you're looking at about $800. Then you got a front bumper, which I no longer make as well. That aftermarket, you're looking at about $1,000. The vehicle value is about anywhere between $5,000 to $8,000. I do have 130,000 miles on this car, so I'm not sure what the value is, to be honest, but that is why the rotor of the vehicle. Well, my biggest concern is with the radiator leaking and all the fluids came out. Has the engine overheated and blown the head gasket? That's what I'm concerned about, because if I'm going to be doing all this work to this Audi, I don't want to go spend all this money trying to get her back up and running, looking real good, put it back on the road, and to find out that that big 5-liter V10 engine has blown. And that's that's about $10,000 in itself to rebuild that engine. But let's continue. I've got to get everything off. I want to see where it's leaking from the radiator, and I might have to get an aftermarket or OEM radiator depending how I feel and how my budget is, because repairing cars like this is not cheap. It is fun, but it's not cheap, that is for sure. From far away, the Audi looks perfectly fine. Looks like there should be no damage whatsoever, huh? Well, close inspection, you start noticing this is the radiator and this is the condenser. You can see the tabs on top of the radiator have been bent, disformed, stuff like that all throughout. And the condenser does look good, but there is a bit of a curve, and you can see that piece is pulled away from there. There is a curve, and the condenser is touching the radiator. And with these radiators being aluminum, I believe, the slightest little knock can damage the radiator, causing fluid to leak out. Man, that is such a pity. It's a beautiful car. I don't know if you can see there the curvature of the condenser, and it's touching the radiator. So what I'm going to do is start disassembling this whole front end like I've done in the past. Yay! So I can access the engine as well, because I got some work to do on the engine. But first, let me start dismantling all this stuff. First, I've got to remove the R134 from the condenser system. Now I'm getting ready to remove the condenser, radiator, that whole front end from the Audi. I've got to first remove the refrigerant, or they call it R134A, as there is still refrigerant in the system. The vehicle is crash damaged, keep that in mind, but nothing else has got damaged, just the front bumper and the hood, and they still wrote off this vehicle. I guess I mean, it's just better for me, to be honest, because I paid such a low price for this vehicle. Now I wait for the refrigerant throughout the whole AC system from the Audi to get vacuumed up into the system, into the tank, because I'm going to be reusing the R134A later. But while we wait, guys, you can actually subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell, comment down below, is this a good vehicle that I'm working on? What you guys could also do, if you guys are watching on a cell phone, there should be like a little icon on the bottom left hand corner. My left hand corner, your right side, in the bottom corner. Hit that icon, hit subscribe, and hit that bell icon so when I release new videos on this vehicle and other crash damaged vehicles, you guys will get notified. Now let's wait for the refrigerant to evaporate from the system. Should take about 30 minutes or so. I'm going to do 30 minutes just in case. Low side is going down to 0, and so is the high side. Exactly what we want. Every time I remove the freon gas from a car for the AC unit, I feel like a Ghostbuster for some reason. Like I've got the backpack on, I'm sucking all the ghouls and goblins and spirits out of the car. I know it sounds ridiculous, but that's what I feel like. Now what I'm doing is taking photos of all the connections, all where the plugs are going to go, the wires, stuff like that. So when I get the new condenser unit, also the new radiator, I know where wires or hoses fit onto, so I don't have any issue in the future when I replace the parts. I wish I caught that on camera, loosening up this bolt for this compressor line, and a whole bunch of air just blew it out. I know the system's all evaporated, that's what the gauges tell me, or they're lying to me. It's still making a noise, this condenser is still making a noise. Why is it making a noise? That's 4, that's off. That's one damaged condenser removed from the Audi. Whoa! What is that noise? What is that fluid? Oh, that's refrigerant fluid. Okay, that's what's making the noise. It's not making the noise again, but you guys heard it, huh? I'm making stupid noises. Now I've got to try and figure out how to move this upper radiator support bar. Now I've raised up the Audi so I can try and drain as much fluid from the radiator as possible. So I'm trying to find a radiator drain screw. Ooh, this is so dirty and oily. Oh, this is just all the old coolant, from the radiator when I start out the Audi. What the heck? That's a mosquito. There's a damn mosquito underneath this Audi. Oh, you can see how much work I've got. Oh no. Oh no. No. Oh no. That's from the radiator fan shroud. Oh no. Hope it's not busted. Oh. Wait. Zip ties? Who the hell? I'm a loss for words at this point, but it's not looking good. Where the hell do I drain the coolant from the radiator? I don't know, but I think I've got to remove the radiator and fan shroud. Ay. This is a bit of a pain. Right. Yep. That's a radiator fan shroud right there, and it looks busted, and also looks like it's way too close to the pulley belts. Yeah, minor accident, huh? Yeah. That's one way to get the fluid out. Move the hose to the water pump. That's the only way I could find at the moment. Matrix, we gotta go do some research, Baba. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Do you? Let's go do some research. You look stumped as I do. Okay, I started removing the upper radiator hoses. Pretty simple. There's a clip over here. And now on the passenger side, I just stumbled across where the leak is coming from. If I can move this light. So remove this clip over here. And if you can see, there's the crack right there for the upper radiator hose, which is busted. It looks like just a clamp-on kind of style, but to try and find this piece here might be a bit of an issue. But found where the leak is coming from. Matrix, this is not easy, boy. This is a pain in the butt. Come on! In my face! Oh boy, my back is broken. That is a pain in the butt. Okay, stop leaking fluid. That's done. I need a breather. It's upside down. I don't care. Let go! Gosh, stop holding onto this radiator. I'm going to call this a success for the first episode. Got the radiator off, got the radiator fan off, got the condenser off. Possibly took me about 4 to 6 hours to do, but got it all off. And boy, was that a pain in the butt. Condenser, no problem. No problem, easy. The radiator and radiator fan, that was a little bit tricky. But nonetheless, we have the front of the 5.2 liter V10 Audi engine, or Lamborghini engine. It's not exactly a Lamborghini engine. Lamborghini took some parts and pieces from Audi, or Audi redesigned for the Lamborghini, something like that. I've got to look more into it. But it is not looking good. You can see how much grease and dirt and debris is on this engine. The previous owner really did neglect the engine. Everything engine-wise looks pretty good. There's no damage from the crash. I do have to replace this belt. Doesn't look good. I'm also going to replace the tensioner. I'm debating if, while I'm here, if I should maybe replace the alternator as well as the water pump. Don't worry, I know that this Audi 5.2 liter V10 is a problematic engine, which on the next episode I'm actually going to plan. Here's another leaf and some more leaves, whatever. So on the next episode, I'm going to plan on tearing down the top of the engine. I know that it's problematic areas like oil rings, oil seals, which they clearly are. Something to do with the flats on the intake. There's a problem with that. Injectors, it has a problem. I'm going to do also like a service, like ignition coils, spark plugs, that kind of thing. So that's going to be on the next episode. But as you can see, I have a lot of cleanup to do on this engine. I mean, oh my goodness gracious. I'm just saying that lightly. I have some cuss words in my head, but this is a kid's show, so I'm not going to say that. But this was a successful first episode. We are to the front of the engine. We ripped off all the damaged pieces, which honestly are just cosmetic pieces. There's nothing structural, thank goodness. I have ordered a couple of parts, cosmetic parts, which are going to be arriving soon. I've ordered them from China, I've ordered them from United States, I've ordered them from Lithuania, I've ordered them throughout the world. Parts for this Audi are not easy to come by, but thankfully with my brand skills, I'm able to find them. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, give the video a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. To get to this point here was not easy, but you know what they say, hard work pays off. And here's hard work, and it's going to be paying off. So guys, thank you very much for watching. Once again, if you guys enjoyed this video, give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel for more videos about this Audi, and hit that notification bell when I release new videos on this Audi and other crash damage builds, which I'm going to be doing. I've got some awesome plans which I want to do for this Audi. The reason why I actually purchased this Audi, I purchased this Audi as well for $1,500. That is $1,500. That's how much I paid for this Audi. And the reason why I purchased this Audi, because honestly, how could I say it? It's a dying breed. It's a last of its kind. If you guys think about it, when is the last time a manufacturer, especially like Audi, BMW, Mercedes, have put a naturally aspirated engine into one of their vehicles? That is a sports vehicle like S-Class, AMG, M-Series. All of them use superchargers or turbochargers, or some use some electric motors to help boost up the performance of the vehicle. But this is the last of its kind. It's a last dying breed. This is a naturally aspirated 5.2 liter V10 engine, and that's why I purchased this vehicle. So for me, it's kind of like keeping the car or naturally aspirated car vibe alive and stuff like that. But I am excited to get this vehicle going up and running. I am willing to do the work, especially on the head and whatever else is needed. I'm up for the task because I'm a big boy. But guys, I don't want to bore you for too long. If you enjoyed this video, give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell when I release new videos on this Audi. Have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye. I have so much cleanup to do, my boy. I'm in a pool of water right now. And leaves and spiders and grease. Ugh.